if you've ever been called a rock, or you feel like you are this strong woman everyone turns to, maybe you're the person everyone asks for advice from or shares their problems with, and you feel like you always are planning and you have it together, while maybe the rest of the world seems like it's falling apart, but internally you feel unseen, unsupported, maybe resentful of holding all of these things. Here to tell you today that you are not alone, and we are going to chat about what it's like to carry this burden of having to be the strong woman and the toll that this can take on you, and how EMDR therapy and feminist therapy can help you heal and feel like you don't have to necessarily carry this anymore. So, I'm Emma Coble. I'm a licensed professional counselor in Colorado. And so you might be this person that everyone turns to in a crisis. You may be this person that everyone thinks is successful and has it all together and things are well managed. But maybe on the inside, you are freaking exhausted from holding all of this. You feel like you show one face to the world where you are strong and you can hold space for everyone else. But inside, you just wish someone would take care of you or hold space for you or do the kinds of things for you that you're always doing for other people. I see this all the time in compassionate, amazing, high-achieving women. And they are suffering. Truly, they are suffering from this feeling of being unseen and wanting a break, but feeling like they can't take it. Or feeling really anxious whenever they stop kind of moving and taking care of others. Oftentimes this can show up as workaholism or people pleasing. So first of all, I want to just put this in a feminist perspective. The idea of like not being able to rest. First of all, this is something that has been ingrained in us. The expectations on women to be perfect are real. Like to be perfect in terms of how we look, but also to be high achieving and accomplish a lot and take care of everyone else and be a nice mom, sister, wife, whatever. Like there are so many pressures put on women, and it can feel like we're not, because of this, it can feel like we're really not measuring up if we let one area slip, or if we are not this accommodating, people-pleasing partner or person to the other people in our lives. So this is an archetype, like this is a true, this is something that many women strive for, and there can be a sense of feeling accomplished or successful if we feel like we achieve this in a lot of areas of our lives. So society also relies and benefits from women's unpaid labor. So from women doing a lot of the emotional labor inside of a romantic relationship, or doing a lot of childcare, or taking care of aging parents. There is a lot of unnoticed and unpaid labor that women are doing all the time that's just expected of women. So our society truly expects us to function as if we have no limits. And if we're not doing that, we often feel like we're not measuring up, and we kind of get the message that we are not measuring up if we're not doing those things. Women, for instance, who choose not to have children are often called selfish. Or women who choose not to live by parents or live close to home are sometimes seen as selfish, whereas men, there might not be a second thought about that. Women are just expected to make sacrifices and to be someone that everyone else can just lean on and talk to, and that they're going to take care of these people. So first of all, I want to say, if you experience this, or if you feel like you have this part of you that is constantly trying to take care of others, whether that's through fawning or being strong or doing a lot of emotional labor, the first thing I like to do using internal family systems is like get to know this part of you and befriend it. So understand it, understand how it's been trying to protect you and maybe some of where it came from and why it developed. Because these parts of ourselves all have served a function. They're all here for a reason, and they're all trying to help in some way. Sometimes they're just kind of misguided about how to help exactly. Once we really understand some of that part, like using EMDR therapy to kind of give less charge to the events that cause that part to be there. So for example, processing and desensitizing ourselves to maybe like a childhood experience where we were, we were forced to take care of a parent's needs, or we were forced to hide a parent's alcoholism or something like that. Desensitizing that so that it no longer really has a hold over us and causes us to kind of just react to it. Another thing is that sometimes when we're constantly being this like strong woman, we're not authentically showing up in our relationships. So helping, like EFT is a great couples therapy modality that I use, but allowing ourselves to be authentic and authentically show up inside of our relationships is something that couples therapy can help with, as well as just understanding yourself, healing your own trauma can also help with too. Some people, I want to just address this. Some people worry that if they heal, they won't be as ambitious. And I just want to say that what I have seen in this is that when people are actually more gentle on themselves and come from a place of self-love rather than forcing, they tend to be actually more ambitious and accomplish more and more things that are aligned with themselves. Not that this is about accomplishing more, but they oftentimes feel a fire and an energy that may have been being drained before by that sense of obligation. So if you're interested in healing this wound, if you live in Colorado and Florida, and you'd like to talk, reach out for a free consultation. Thanks.